I've been seeing a lot of people saying recently that you need to post several times per day in order to grow on Instagram. Some people even say that you need to post up to 5 times a day, and that's mental. So in this video, I'm going to show you why this is not the best way to go about it, and I'm also going to tell you what you can do instead, how you can still grow on Instagram without having to do cold outreach, engaging for hours, or posting multiple times a day. So in a way, these people that are telling you you should post more in order to grow, they're not entirely wrong. The more you post, the more you have chances to be in front of new people. So obviously it's going to work eventually. But also the more you post, the more data you have to analyze, so the more you know what's going to work. But here's the thing, it's not realistic. I now have a team of 4 people. I have 4 people working for me full time, and even then, I'm not entirely sure I could keep up with posting multiple times a day. So how are you going to do this? Putting a whole business strategy together, putting a whole content strategy together on top of serving your clients if you already have a business, or if you're still working in corporate on top of juggling your 9 to 5. I started my Instagram account when I was still working in corporate, and I was posting about 6 times a day, and even then I was struggling to keep up. So posting multiple times a day is simply unrealistic. It's like if you're telling me, hey, I want to lose weight, and I'll be telling you, hey, sure, you just need to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a day. Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose weight, guaranteed. But after weeks of doing this, you're gonna be burnout. You're gonna start hating content creation, and eventually you're gonna start to be very inconsistent, and you're gonna give up entirely. Because here's the thing, posting more doesn't mean you're entitled to post less quality content. So if you want to keep up with the quality, you're gonna have to work a lot. Here's another important point. You won't have time to nurture your followers, because it's all fun and games to have a lot of new followers coming, but if you don't know how to actually convert them into paying clients, then what's the point? The purpose, you see, is not always to chase new followers, but to know how to increase your conversion rate, meaning knowing how to actually convert your followers into paying clients compared to the number of followers you have. Because if you can't convert the 1,000 followers you have, or even less, you won't be able to convert the 10,000 followers that you're gonna have in 10 months. They need to see certain type of content. They need certain things in order to buy from you. They need to trust you. They need to understand what they do wrong. They need to understand why they need you and why you're the best person for the job. With several posts per day, it will be hard to know which post they're going to see, because your engagement per post will definitely decrease. Not everyone is going to see all your multiple posts a day. So basically, you won't really have a strategy anymore. You won't really know if they've seen the actual logical steps that I've just talked about. In other words, you just become a content machine without any strategy. You will be just pushing content out there, and fingers crossed it's going to work. So how did I manage to gain 8,000 followers in 30 days? Well, the first thing is to make sure to use all Instagram post formats. Because don't get me wrong, everyone talks about Reels, and I love Reels. They really help you with your growth. But you do want to keep using carousels and single posts and pictures and stories and even the lives. You really want to make sure that you use all Instagram post formats, because not only Instagram loves that and it's good for the algorithm, also it's going to help you to nurture this audience. They will go through the necessary knowledge that they have to go through in order to buy from you. But it's also a good way to reach all kind of people. Some people don't enjoy Reels. Some people prefer carousels. Some prefer just pictures. So if you have a bit of everything, you know that you will be able to please a bit more people. Point number 2, I made sure to use Reels using trends. And I had a few Reels going viral, and obviously it's always going to help with your growth. So you probably heard it now a lot that Reels is great for growth, blah, blah, blah. But what can you actually do in order to make your Reels go viral, or at least get more views? Well, one thing that actually really worked for me is a combination between trends and inspiration. So basically what I did is using a trend, especially trendy song, or it could be just a trend, obviously adapted to your own industry, and making it super inspirational. It could be sharing your story, something that happened to you that's really inspirational, that obviously is related to your business, or sharing a client story. All of this is always going to work. Every time I share, for example, my journey for my Instagram growth, or my journey with my business growth, it always work. I just need to add trendy song or jump on a trend, making it, adapting it, and it works. So I had a few reels that went viral that way, and it really definitely helped me grow faster. Then my third point is making content on hot topics. So the same way you would create reels on trendy songs or trends and so on, you want to create content on hot topics. So the things that people are talking about currently in your own industry. So for this, I highly recommend to do market research, or just, spend some time a bit on Instagram, on TikTok, or just out there talking to people, talking to friends, and see what they're talking about. What are the hot topics? So for example, right now a lot of people are talking about Squid Game, and we've seen so much content built out of this Squid Game. So for example, I shared one post that was a meme about Squid Game just after the little Instagram crash, and it really performed well compared to my other posts, especially in terms of virality. Okay, now point number 4, I'm not afraid to be controversial. I'm not telling you to be controversial for the sake of being controversial, but if there's something that a lot of people talk about and you think differently, you have a different opinion, and you have arguments about it, share it. Your thoughts matters, and being controversial, saying something completely different than what everyone is saying, is going to help you stand out. So for example, I've made a video today about, growing faster on Instagram, and I have been controversial in a way of saying, hey, I know a lot of people are telling you to post multiple times a day. I'm telling you, you shouldn't. So if you have different beliefs, different opinion, don't be afraid to share your thoughts. Don't be afraid to be controversial. Don't be afraid that some people will disagree with you. It's fine. You can also have arguments. You can also talk about it and discuss it. And some people have different opinions. That's just the way it is. But don't be afraid to share your thoughts. Okay, that's it for today's video. If you want to learn more about Instagram growth and monetization and growing your service business, you can watch my free training. I will just put the link below this video, and I'll see you there.